Greetings, it is I, Dr. W.D. Gaster. Let's begin the 6th episode of the Q&A session, shall we? Can Sans participate in the videos too? I humbly ask that you keep your expectations reasonable. A few conditions must align before he could drop by as a guest. First, I need to catch him in the right mood. That notorious lazybone won't budge an inch if he doesn't feel like it. Second, I'll have to get permission from his current boss. Egards, I've caused quite a ruckus the last time I neglected to double-check with Sans' employer. And third, I'd have to find a pre-rendered voice that suits him. Knowing Sans, he might just pick the shoddiest, jankiest crapshoot one of the lot and run with that for extra comedy points.
What's up, Doc?
Egads! Sans, you're actually here. And your TTS voice sample is actually good. And you even contributed a bit of music in the background.
It gets lonely otherwise.
Nice for you to be considerate. What's with the cardboard cutout? Why are you hiding in plain sight?
Well, it ain't my show. It's yours.
Sans, you're literally here talking to me right now. I can see you from this angle.
Papyrus made the prop for us.
Aye, ahem. As I'm a gracious man who appreciates the sincere efforts of others, I shall allow this setup just so that this piece of art doesn't go to waste. We have questions to answer, so let's just hop right into it.
Well, sure.
What does the skeleton family look like? Is this about Roman and Helvetica? Well, it's not a difficult one to answer. Frisk attempted to draw their faces once. Please give me a moment to fetch them. On the left is Times Roman, the father. On the right is Helvetica, the mother. You can see which genes were passed down to which son.
Mum's a beaut as always, isn't she? As for Dad, hey, there's a crystal clear reason why Mum chose Dad instead of Doc G over here.
What? That has nothing to do with looks, and you know it. Our personalities simply didn't mesh, that is all. Anyways, has she picked up fan dancing again?
Yup, me and Paps are grown-ups now. She has plenty of spare time since she doesn't need to focus on parenting anymore.
What about your father? How is he doing?
He's doing great. That punning cook is having a blast cooking, punning, and cooking puns.
I certainly hope nobody gives them a hard time for having two sons in the limelight. You know how the social tightrope goes.
Don't worry, I trained Mom and Dad to navigate that minefield with ease. They're well versed, unlike a certain friend of theirs. You know, the one who happened to get himself erased from time and space, twice by my count. Want to move on to the next question?
We should! Are you a great friend, Dr. Gaster? Once upon a time, I was a good friend. A great friend, even. However, after the tragedy surrounding Kara and Asriel, I became an absolutely horrendous being. It's by the grace and mercy of many that I'm here today, doing my best to improve myself as a person.
I still think he's a lesser evil, naive butthole.
Sans, language!
You've been giving me heaps of trouble since I was a kid, old man. In fact, those perpetual beta testing builds of yours are a headache even today. I'm allowed to be a bit crass.
I'd like to counter that argument with the wisdom that no invention is truly final. There are always refinements to be made. As a fellow mad scientist, you should know this better than anyone else.
True that. The core definitely needed some refinements for safety's sake. Want me to tell everyone how the boss's wife tore you a new one?
Please don't. Anyways, on to our final question. Why did you and Sans fight? It appears that glimpses of our tumultuous tale had gone around. How do I answer this in a clear and succinct way?
I don't know. How do you?
Let's just say that Sans and I had a serious bone to pick with each other back then. He was just trying to protect Papyrus from my influence. And he wasn't in the wrong for doing so.
Told you he's a lesser evil, naive butthole.
At least we've come a long way since then. I don't think we had devolved into visceral larynx-tearing fights ever since Papyrus mended the bridge between us.
Try not to reset the clock, okay?
I'll try, though the future is not set in stone. Well, that's all the questions answered. Do you have anything to say, Sans?
If you haven't yet, go give the golden quiche a read, I suppose. There's no harm in trying. If you like it, you like it. And if you don't, well, that is fine too. I can assure you there's plenty in there to help you unplug and unwind from everyday life. What about you, Doc? Any closing statements?
Thank you very much for listening to us yap and banter away. Have a good day or night, wherever you may be.
Stay safe, everyone.